Thanks so much for joining me for this session of Dr. Plotzker's Mind. It's time for a vacation. I can tell that it's time for a vacation. I've probably known that since my college days, if not before, when the pressures on what I have to do reach their climax. I did them, and then it's time for a break. I don't think in retirement I'm truly overextended, but it's been a while since I carved out a few days of time to do something substantially different than what I usually do. I tend to go away. This summer it won't be nearly as exotic as last year, or even the year before when I made some plane trips. First, I decided which week, narrowing it down to one at the end of the summer and one in December, opting for the sooner one. Then where? I love national parks. My first choice for the summer was the Badlands. Getting there takes some effort, takes a plane. With due diligence, I found out that I could do it and made a proposal to my wife. I considered the maritime provinces. My sense of distance is not what it could be. Flying to Halifax, which is the main town there, costs a whole lot more than flying to major cities in America. Driving there requires quite a lot of time in the car, more than I want to do both ways. So as much as I'd like to see Nova Scotia and Prince Edward Island, perhaps it's better to do that as part of a cruise some other time. Those cruises are plentiful in the summer. That leaves me with the Great Smoky Mountains National Park. That's driving distance. A day's drive, or just a little bit over a day's drive. And while I'm there, I can go into Tennessee. I've never been in Tennessee. The central town is Nashville, home of music, home of Vanderbilt University, home of Jack Daniels. Yes, there's quite a lot to do in Tennessee. I gave the three options to my wife, who was primarily averse to traveling by air this summer, despite the good deals that could be had. She also seemed a bit put off by the remoteness of South Dakota. So Tennessee it is. I got a guidebook, one from the library. I carved out some itinerary, half the time in Nashville, half the time in the national park, and the rest of the time picking up side trips that are along the travel route. That would include Jack Daniels or Knoxville. It would include the Biltmore Mansion. And who knows what else they have in Virginia. I assume there are wineries and breweries, as I will have to stop periodically to rest. The drive to Nashville by the trip planner seems to be about 11 hours, maybe closer to 12, which is more than I can comfortably do in a day. So 2/3 the first day, 1/3 the second day, and then some time in Music Town, learning about music, learning about country music, listening to country music, and then some time in the park, seeing vegetation and mountains, maybe some animals, and some time in the car. The car to get there, and the car to enhance the enjoyment of being there. So that's the organized way of planning vacation. There's some energy created by sifting through the options of what to do, and then a second act of energy once the destination is chosen, from learning about the destination and selecting how to get the most out of being there. It's about 2 months off, which gives me enough time to do the serious planning, and then a few weeks of anticipation. Definitely ready to do something else and be someplace else. Thanks so much for joining me of this session of Dr. Plotzker's Mind.